Hey everybody, Bill Owen from MMPCTech.com. How you doing? If you recall, a while back I did a video on the NZXT KS case, and at the end of that video I mentioned that I was going to use the case for a future project, and that project would either be based on the new Watchmen movie that we were still waiting to come out, or a biomechanical theme. And the movie's been very successful, but I followed my heart on it. Instead, I went with the biomechanical theme. Now, if you're wondering what is biomechanical, have you ever seen the Alien movies or Species movies? The very first Alien was designed by Swiss surrealist H.R. Giger. And he's the one who pioneered biomechanical artwork. There's just some scenes from the movie set there. And this is a painting. Biomechanical mixes living organisms with mechanical features. The NZXT KS case doesn't look like its former self anymore after I got a hold of it. I've added an additional 120mm cooling fan. These intakes were milled from 1.5 inch thick aircraft aluminum, and they surround each of the front intake fans. The fan was actually a green translucent LED fan, but I painted them black. They still light up green. The skull on top was a medical skull that I got on eBay, and I've added features to it with sculpting clay. On the top, I've added a power and reset switch. These will illuminate with an orange LED. Also in the top, under a panel that I'm sculpting, will be a dual 120 black ice radiator. And that's the mounting plate right there. I still need to put in an inlet and outlet hole there. Because I used up all of the optical drive bays, I had to fabricate a bracket on top for our DVD-ROM drive so I can pull it out and put it back in without having to access screws, because I can't stand it. I just want quick, easy access. This top portion will actually be under a new panel that I'm sculpting, and the front bezel, this isn't what you'll see in the final result, but I'm sculpting a brand new bezel for this right now. I really want to do something unique for the bezel, so I've decided to sculpt a new one from 2-inch thick Owens-Corning extruded polystyrene insulation foam. Now, that's pretty wild, isn't it? You can get these foam sheets at most home improvement stores. When I'm done sculpting my design, I will fill the surface where all the pock marks are with Evercoat Everglass short strand fiberglass reinforced body filler. You've probably seen me use this stuff before. Actually, it was my turbine intake video I did over a year ago. After I applied that to the surface, I will sand it. Then on the back side of this bezel, I will make a metal frame from sheet metal, and I'll thread holes so I can fasten the bezel back onto the chassis. Now you may be wondering, how in the world do you sculpt insulation foam? Well, here's the basic tools you'll need. First, to cut the piece you want out of the sheet, I use a hacksaw blade and just go from underneath. I find that that's the best way to get a straight line. For example, you see right here. Then, for cutting out individual pieces, just a snap-off blade utility knife works great. Then when you've cut out some pieces, you're going to want to smooth any jagged or rough cuts. And this is an odd tool. It's by Stanley Tool, and it's called the Surfoam Shaver. S-U-R-F-O-A-M shaver. Surfoam shaver. And it's used just for this purpose of smoothing edges and cuts in insulation foam. And then finally, for doing details, any tungsten carbide cutting bit for a rotary tool by Dremel will work. Same kind of bit you would use for engraving a PC window. And then I can use that for doing all the little detail work in the foam. So that's basically where I'm at right now with this project, and it's going to probably be a while until I get another video update. But if you want to continue watching progress of it, I've got a work log on the modbrothers.com, and the link is right here. You can go to that link, and that's my work log, and I've been updating it on a daily basis. And you can see just how this bezel is going to take form after I put the filler on it and sand it and stuff. It's going to be a long process, but it should be interesting. Anyways, if you do join the forum to make comments, make sure that you introduce yourself in the hellos and introduction thread first and read the forum rules. So until the next video, we'll see you then.